what kind of social circle game things do you implement in your game?
Hmm. With that question, just so I'm clear on what you're asking, like, is that pretty much just positioning yourself in the best possible way? Or is that like posting photos and videos of you with other girls to attract more girls? Like, I'm just trying to get clear on what that means exactly.
Just it's a very broad question. So any kind of social circle game implementation. So if I could give an example, maybe it was like what I said earlier about using the nightclub as a date location, networking arena, and so on. It's like I see social circle game as a kind of efficiency where you're connecting the dots. Whereas like most guys do in day game, if they're not using it for a means of doing social circle game. They're just approach a woman, go on dates with her, have sex with her maybe, and then never meet her friends unless you get married to her. It's like you just meet one woman at a time, go on a date with one woman at a time, and you just deal with one woman at a time, which a lot of day gamers are doing, for example. Social circle game, are you meeting her friends? Are you perhaps, like you mentioned, getting photos and then that goes on your Facebook, Instagram, and then that helps you get more connections, dates, and so on. So I simply see this more in terms of connecting the dots, if that makes sense.
Mm,
So I think the easiest way that any guy can get started in social circle game is just to take the hobbies and activities that you already enjoy and turn them into group activities. Just start inviting girls. So I've done Taco Tuesdays, I've done Wine Wednesdays, I've done board game nights, I've done the big photo shoots, I've been to the bikini competitions. That's not necessary. All you need to do is just get a couple of girls, shoot for like 2 to 3 girls for every guy, and just go do an activity that you enjoy. Actually, one that we'll probably do soon is looks like one of the bars out here is going to have like a big goldfish race. That sounds fun as fuck. It sounds
What the
hilarious.
fuck?
It's like
I
penny
want to
pairs.
go.
yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So like any of that shit where you're like, oh, I want to go. Oh, you know who else would like to go? Oh, all the pretty girls in my phone. Oh, all the pretty girls in my Instagram. And it's like you don't have to be sleeping with most of them. You don't have to be sleeping with all of them, but like one or two of the girls is going to find you attractive. You pick up on those indicators of interest and you just basically have fun on whatever the activity is, and she will find a way to put herself in position for you. So exactly like what Jesse was saying, where like she's going to be escalating on you. That's what women do, especially in social circle game, is they start competing and she'll start escalating and she'll make it clear, I want you. And then you get to pick.
Mm.
And sometimes that means you get to pick multiple throughout weeks. I mean, I've had events where like literally I've hooked up with like 7, 8 of the girls from the events over the course of a couple of months. And it's just like, you don't worry about it at the time, you just have fun.
Mm.
I agree with that. But before even going into the social circle game, your social skills have to be on point, right?
Yes.
Fastest way to build obviously cold approach, yeah, but I'm talking like communication just with everyone, right? So I lived in Dallas for like 7 years, right? And there was bars, there was clubs you could ask all my wingmen where I would just walk in, right? The manager knew me, the bouncers knew me, the bartenders knew me. I would spend like $7 the entire night, right? Now just fucking with the girls that I was with. And that happened basically in 20 to 30 minutes, right? Getting to know all these people. So those are the social skills you guys have to build first before you can start maneuvering bigger groups, right? Because once you have bigger groups, it's going to be a lot more complicated to manage. And then you can also actually start understanding women a little better. So once you can actually do that, right? Once you can be talk to the bouncer like he's your boy, the manager, the bartender, right? The bottle girl. Once everybody knows you, right, up to that level, then you could start developing your social circle, right? Like, okay, I know the DJ, I know these people, all that stuff. And that's just learning communication, right? So if you're good at that, you're going to inherently be good with women too, right?
Mm.
Because they like go hand in hand. And it's kind of a funny saying that I say is like if you're a good flirt with women, you're basically a good flirt with the entire world, right?
Mm.
Three things: financial security, a good flirt, and a good fuck. Right? That's
Mm.
a three things that they want. Everything else is
Well,
like up to your ambition. Like literally, that's everything else is your ambition. So if you want to develop that network, that social circle, right? Everything outside those three F's is just your ambition. And sure, you'll get a little bit more of those three F's, but it's just your ambition at that point. So until you
mm.
get good with those communication skills, you can walk up, talk to everyone like they're your boy. Everybody knows you by first name. There's girls like look screaming your name at the line. Then go ahead and try to build something bigger than that. So I
I
agree.
agree
No, that's a
100%. I think if guys try to throw together social circle events and they're not good at really giving everybody a good time, if people come to your event and it sucks and it's boring and it's lame and you're uncalibrated, they will never do anything with you again. It's a really fast way to burn a lot of leads if it's not fun.
That's a great point. And I love what Jesse said about just like talking to everybody, right? Making everybody your boy because all too often people are only talking to like the same old six or seven people, right? Marty from the work or their friends and family when it's like you're walking around every single day, on the street, on the subway, whatever it is, right? And if you observe the average guy how he walks around or the average person, they're so zoned out, they don't even know what's going on around them. But if you can be that guy to just be social the second you leave your house, talk to the old man that's crossing the street, right? Talk to whoever, right? You're only one connection away from changing your life. And yes, it's cool to have this skill to be able to pick up girls, go on dates, potentially have a girlfriend. But just by going up, being that guy to actually create that opportunity for himself to go and inject himself into different social situations and just open his mouth, you don't know who you're going to attract into your life, whether that's a friend, a business partner, be able to enhance your network. Like there's so much power in that just by being social again, right? By doing what people did in the past, but have become too afraid to do.
Yet another reason to move to a big city.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.